Hey guys, how's it going? Apologize for the late start on the stream. Ended up actually recording tomorrow's Yoshi's Island like 2 hours ago. So that kind of threw off schedule for everything. But we're here now for a Fortune Cookie stream, at least for a little bit. I have a headache that's not going away right now, but last stream I had a headache that went away like half an hour in. So I'm kind of betting on the same thing here. So I'm here to play Hyrule Warriors because I've been enjoying that game a lot this weekend, and I am joined on co-commentary by Juker.
How's it going, everyone?
Not bad. How about yourself?
Off from work, having fun for 3 days.
Sweet.
You don't know what it's like to not have to smell popcorn for 3 days.
God, I can only imagine. I get sick of the smell when I'm there in the theater long enough to watch a movie.
I mean, I work projector, but when I have to go downstairs, everything smells. Really rad job, though. I love it.
As long as you're having fun with it, that's the main thing.
Hey, you get free posters, free movies.
You get free posters? You just take the movie posters home?
Yeah, what do you... Even the standees.
Nice.
I mean, like, what are they going to do with them once the movie's pretty much out at that point?
True. Alright, so I don't want to spoil too much of the game, so I'm only going to do like one mission in story mode, or legend mode as it's called. And then we'll just do a little bit of challenge mode, or adventure mode stuff. So let's just kick back to where we are in the story. Yeah, difficulties are up to hard. Here's our playable character. You might know him as Link. He is called Link in this game, no surprise.
What?
I know, but I'm... So normally you're supposed to start off in this costume, but you know what? We're going to start off in that costume. And let's go. Let's pick the Master Sword, which, I mean, surprise, surprise, Link gets a Master Sword in a video game. Incredibly shocking. And I'm going to show something that's, I think, a little weird for this game, but also kind of makes sense. It's the fact that no one talks.
Huh.
Except, you know, there's text on screen, so like they keep making like random like grunting type noises.
I was gonna say, when I was watching Gerard's review, I noticed that Link in that would have messages pop up, and I was like, well, does he talk or what? Does he have any kind of voice or anything? Because I feel like that's kind of something that's important to, you know, Dynasty Warriors, is everyone talking and communicating whenever something happens. It's like, I'm over here in this fight, you need to go over there and tell me what's happening. It's kind of the important thing.
Zeth,
so.
Thank you for resubbing. Here's your egg.
You will give me an egg.
So yeah, no, what they do instead, like in the case of Link, it's actually kind of funny what they do, because he finds a fairy named Proxy, who talks for him.
Oh, we got another sub, Kurorisu Pachi.
Kurorisu Pachi, thank you for subbing. Here's your egg.
You will give me an egg.
Aw, they're starstruck lovers. Except they've never met before.
So this is her own Zelda, right? Like, not in any other Zelda?
No, this is, yeah, this Hyrule Warriors, Zelda, Link, Impa, everyone, like, in this world are, like, this universe's, this timeline's Link, Zelda, Impa, etc., etc.
And we have another sub, Arizonia 1.
Arizonia, thank you for resubbing. Here's your egg.
You will give me an egg.
Where did you pick up the name Giant's Teeth for the donut lifts in Mario and Yoshi? I thought that was... I got it from Mario 3, and I thought it was in the manual, but I guess not.
They kind of look like giant teeth.
Yeah, I think that was the idea, was that they were round, like, teeth-shaped things, because it's, like, flat on top, rounded on the bottom. So I'm like, oh,
Okay,
they must be just like Giant's Teeth.
To be fair, back then, no one really knew what the names of things were. My family, in particular, did not know the names of the Koopa Kids, so we just ended up naming them after food based on the color of them. So, I don't know why, but for some reason we ended up naming Morton Gravy, and we still call him that in my house.
Was anyone named Sandwich?
I believe that was Ludwig.
Perfect.
As the elite troops fell in battle,
Oh, right.
I don't know, it just kind of fits.
I forgot. There's actually a narrator in the game who, like, between cutscenes will talk, but everyone else in the actual game will just be like...
That's kind of out of place.
It's real.
Also,
it's jarring,
Frozen
but it
Peppers
makes sense.
Just subbed.
Frozen Peppers, thanks for resubbing. Here's your egg.
You will give me an egg.
Monster-ridden battlefield to assist Zelda and defend Hyrule.
I like the game though. It's fun. Like I needed a Dynasty Warriors type action game right now, and this is like itching a scratch that I didn't even realize I had. Basically.
Is Zelda the same character as Sheik in this?
Spoilers. Yes, it's very stupid obvious.
Yeah, I figured as much. I figured they were doing that because, you know.
So if you've never seen Dynasty Warriors, so the way it works is you've got like your troops, so they've got like these special leaders, like captains. So I've got Link, Zelda, Impa, and Hylian captains on my side. And we have to fight the enemy. Oh yeah, one of them is Goron, by the way. Then we got to fight the enemy, which are like Dark Wizards, Lizalfos, I think.
Gladiator 238 just subbed.
Gladiator 238, thank you for subbing. Here's your egg.
You will give me an egg.
Did I say itching a scratch? I thought I said scratching an
Yeah,
itch.
you said itching a scratch.
Why didn't you correct me on that?
I had to think about it.
All right, I thought I said scratching an itch. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, so only on this map, like the leader's gonna be Lizalfos, but the idea is you have to go around taking these separate keeps by defeating the keep leaders after killing enough enemies inside of them. All the keeps are where enemies generate, and there's all these side outposts as well. So you can change your status. You know, like we have to defeat all our enemies, but if Zelda flees, as in she gets killed, or the castle keep falls, I lose. There's special stats for your character as well, so this is the equipment I'm wearing right now. There's my health meter. I'm level 30. I've got 1 potion, so it restores 10 hearts and half of a special attack gauge. Here's all the different combos I can use. And I've got a special weapon skill that I need to kill 25,000 enemies before. C requires the power of all weapons.
The Paperclip Killer just subbed.
Paperclip Killer, thanks for subbing. Here's your egg.
You will give me an egg.
Is that anything like that one Paperclip? You know, the one Clippy?
I don't think it's... I think the idea is that they kill Clippy.
What if Clippy is the killer?
What if Clippy is running around murdering people?
Yeah, because he's, you know, he always tries to help people, and then no one ever wants his help. So he's just gone insane.
I can believe it. All right, here we go. And lather, rinse, and repeat for the rest of the game. So I'll just say this right now. If you do not like Dynasty Warrior games, you probably won't like Hyrule Warriors. It's faster paced than other Dynasty Warrior games, and I think that's like all for the better. And it's got some cool features that I don't know if they were in other Dynasty Warrior games, but otherwise, it's Dynasty Warriors.
Which ones in particular were you thinking of?
I think it reminds me of all the crossover games, because that's usually what I play with Dynasty Warriors. I usually play like the Gundam games, Fist of the North Star.
The Fist of the North Star one's a lot of fun. It's a love-hate formula, though. Either you like it, despite it being really repetitive and grindy, but fun, or you hate it.
Yeah. If you've never played a Dynasty Warriors game, then think of just like a really fast-paced beat-em-up, where you have to beat up everyone. You have to kill so many enemies.
You have a bit of help, but not enough to the point that they'll win the fight if you just let them do everything.
Yeah, your troops, like, I just cleared out a keep here now, so a bunch of my troops are showing up, but they will pretty much just stand there and take hits, more or less. Unless I start running around doing murdering, so.
Hey, it's better than you getting hit.
True. Also, I really hope you like that dun-dun-dun-dun jingle, because it happens so much in this game.
What exactly does that signify in this game?
If you picked up a weapon power up, or sorry, a weapon pickup rather, or a material for making badges.
Oh, that's annoying. Also, Sharemaster just subbed. I believe that is a resub.
Sure, Master. Thanks for subbing. Here's your egg.
You will give me an egg.
I see you're using Dark Link.
Yeah, it's what you get for buying the DLC.
What comes in the DLC?
4 months worth of packages, but like it's every 2 months you get it roughly.
And Kion2570 just subbed.
Kion2570, here's your sub, or thank you for subbing. Here's your egg.
You will give me an egg.
Alright, so now I'm fighting Volga, which is basically a humanized version of Volvagia.
That's kind of interesting. Do you still need the hammer to do any damage?
Nope. Also, they took a couple of like notes from Skyward Sword. There's like a stun meter for most enemies once they do a certain move. You get to do a power attack if you basically go through the whole list.
Yeah, but that kind of works, though, for Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah.
That could just be a Dynasty Warriors thing, like you were saying before. There's some mechanics that you're not entirely sure on.
Oh, did I miss Puking Goombas as well? Sorry, Puking Goombas, thanks for subbing. Here's your egg.
You will give me an egg.
And make sure I'm reading that right. Yeah, Fail Knight, thank you as well for subbing. Here's your egg.
You will give me an egg.
Do you have the Zelda 1 sword?
No, I'm not even sure how you would get that.
I believe that was DLC, or pre-order DLC.
I think it's supposed to be in a in a patch, so theoretically I have it, but I think I have to unlock it.
Possibly. It looked pretty cool, despite being the wooden sword. I would probably end up using that, just because it's 8-bit, and, you know, pixels are pretty dang pointy.
Ah, good, he dropped the material. So here's the thing, too, like, I love how, because I'm replaying the stage, I have the Master Sword and the Hylian Shield, but like no one bats an eye to me running around with it because they're like, oh, he shouldn't have that. He should just have a generic practice sword and shield at this point.
Technically, you're supposed to have the Knight in Training armor, I believe, at this point.
True, but I'm
It's also
also
kind of funny.
yeah,
right now on screen, you're Dark Link, but you have tons of light shining out of you.
Ooh. There we go.
Yes, I will be getting Smash 3DS. I'll probably end up downloading that on Friday.
Have you played Sengoku Basar? It's a rip-off version of Dynasty Warriors. I thought it was made by some of the original creators, but yeah, no, it's made by Capcom. It's Capcom's Dynasty Warriors, basically, but it's really fast-paced.
Which means it's probably better, just like this.
And also, there's a fighting game version of it, too, made by Arc System Works, so the Guilty Gear guys, or Blaze Blue.
Wasn't one of the Sengoku Basara games, didn't that have Mega Man X and Zero?
You're thinking Onimusha, the fighting game.
That's what it was, yeah. Also, the Pain Whale just subbed.
Painwell, thank you for subbing. Here's your egg.
You will give me an egg.
Alright. What should I do next? Let's get the story moving along here a little bit. So you could otherwise just go around to all these different outposts and just start clearing them out, but they usually ask you to do certain things in order, so I'm going to head to the next one, which is I was supposed to clear this room, but I already did it. So by walking in here, the doors just open automatically.
So you have 0 weapons at this point. You haven't picked one up yet, technically?
What do you mean? Oh yeah, at this point I'm supposed to just have, like, normal weapon.
Do you get any weapons at the end of the stage?
The way it works is you find certain, like, captains or, like, keeps will drop items. Like, they're usually materials, but
keeps are the areas that the enemies hold, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So usually they drop materials, but sometimes they'll drop weapons. So you pick them up and then you find out what you grabbed at the end of the stage. Or I could even run to, like, a certain castle or a certain keep right now and probably collect one. So yeah, I think
Zeno Major in the chat is asking you what your favorite character in this is in terms of how fun they are to play.
Truth be told, I haven't unlocked everyone yet, so I don't know who my favorite character to play is yet. All I know is so far my least favorite, which is Princess Ruto. She's not all that fun, at least currently. Maybe if I upgrade her more, she'll be better. But I did a mission in adventure mode with her, and I hated playing as her. But it's weird seeing how, like, Zelda-ish this non-made by Nintendo Zelda game is. Because there's, like, target locking, there's, like, dodge rolls and everything, there's the stamina gauge for, like, your special attacks. But then it just goes, like, super crazy overboard. I don't know. So far, I really like it, but like, I need to be in a specific mood to like a Dynasty Warriors game, and I think this just came at the right time for me.
Hello, Tom.
Tom's in the chat?
Yep.
Sweet.
Saying Midna is kind of awkward.
I have not. I've played as Midna once. And that was about
How
it.
does Midna work? Does she have her own wolf now in this game, or are you still
Yes,
Link?
yes, she has her own wolf.
Okay.
That should have made a treasure chest appear. No, I guess not. Never mind. Probably because I've already got the heart container.
Most likely.
Yeah, so the way these missions work, at least in story mode, certain maps have certain heart containers and heart pieces for players to find, but you have to be a certain character for them to even show up. On top of that, when you kill so many enemies, a gold Skulltilla will appear. So then you have to kill that, and that unlocks different things. Like, it upgrades your potion shop, but it also gives you like different materials and stuff like that. You get little images you can look at. It's all right for what it is.
Just don't bother getting it all, at least from Gerard's review. It sounded like he was kind of done with the game at that point.
Kinda. Like, I'm getting it because, like, they're in story mode. It's very easy to get the first Skulltillas, which are, like...
Well, yeah, get 1,000 kills, that's easy.
The downside is, they leave eventually. Once you kill them, they leave.
I remember, yeah, he said that in his review. That's kind of dumb.
Or, sorry, not... Yeah, no, if you don't kill them in time, rather, they leave. And they're just in a general area. You have to figure out where they are based on, like, the sound of them. And like, there's been so many of them I've missed because I haven't had a certain item yet.
I was gonna say though, do you have the one for getting 100 kills without, what was it, dying or getting hit?
It's 1,200.
That's what it is?
Or it's 1,200 and without losing 4 heart pieces or less.
Jeez.
It's probably not going to do the animation for like the proper chest opening animation with all these things because I've already done all this. It's got to be a gold treasure chest to get the da-na-na-na usual cutscene. All right, we've done that.
Who would you say is your favorite of the villains that you've played then?
I haven't played any of the villains yet.
Ah.
I'm not at that point in the story. Storyline-wise, if you are Dark Dud, I'm just going to say this right now. If you're going to chastise me for saying I pronounced Skulltilla or Skulltilla wrong, you're going to be here for a long time, because I pronounce a lot of things wrong, sometimes on purpose. Oh, did you know for sure?
I noticed. I was kind of giggling to myself.
How do you say it then?
Skulltilla, like tarantula.
And what did I say, Skulltilla?
Yeah, like, that's like flotilla. Like
Dude, you're talking to someone who for like 20 years of his life said Mario, because that's how we were raised to say it.
And next you're going to tell me that they call him Luigi.
I know some people who say that ironically, that's it.
Fair enough.
The point of the matter is people grow up saying things differently, so if someone says it wrong, you can be polite about it. Just don't be a dick about it. And you weren't. I'll say that right now. You were not a dick about it, but just don't be surprised when I say a number of things wrong.
Oh, now everyone's just saying it in the chat in different ways. Skullchilla, Skullchula, Skullchalupa.
I like Skullchalupa. I think I might keep that one.
Skullzilla. Or you could just call them spiders and just upset everyone for not using the right name.
Yellow spiders!
They're golden and shiny, you idiot! God.
Also, everyone's favorite character, the Great Fairy.
Oh yeah, I heard you play as that.
I haven't gotten to that point yet in the story, so... She shows up, and now she's gonna make a giant bomb.
Have you played Kamen Rider, the Dynasty Warrior-esque game? Someone in the chat's asking.
No, did that even come out over here?
I'm not sure. I didn't know it was a game even. I could like Kamen Rider. That means I am behind on my Kamen Rider.
There we go. We just killed 338 enemies by just standing there and enjoying the plot. First thing I see in the chat is, oh man, her boobs aren't pointy anymore.
I was about to say that.
I like how that somehow became a defining characteristic of her.
They were probably pointier than Lara Croft. Except Lara Croft kind of, you know, didn't have a chest. She was kind of just boob. If I can call that boob.
Walking boobs. Alright, here we go. Now this is one of the major things I know they added for sure into this game. Bosses.
So for the bosses, do they just use actual dungeon bosses from all the games?
Yep. So that I've noticed so far, they all seem to be more or less from previous games.
If I had to guess, Goma is probably in the game, because that's like the one big one.
I will state right now, yes, Goma's a boss. He's like the next boss you fight after. I'm at King Dodongo right now, so.
Really? Dodongo's the first boss? That's kind of weird.
Wasn't Dodongo? No, he was. No, it was a dragon in the original Zelda. Okay, that's what it was.
It was, what's the dragon's name? I forget what his name is, but you can kind of cheat him and get around him if you place bombs right. Or at least, no, it's avoid the heart, because the heart spawns in a way that you have to get it unless you place bombs.
So here's the deal with this game. All the bosses have a specific sub-weapon they're more or less weak to. So you've got to get them with a specific bomb, or in this case, because it's Dodongo, throw a bomb in his mouth, and that's how you deal a ton of damage to him. But
that's pretty awesome looking Dodongo.
The problem is, it takes a while for him to want to actually do the move you need to do. So you can be left standing around waiting for him to use his actual weakness so you can clock damage on him. And you need to do this because it takes forever sometimes
Is it as bad as that one boss fight when we played Gauntlet on the first stage? Remember how long that took to hit that heart?
It's up there. Alright, I'd say it's longer, arguably. Thankfully, sub-weapons are unlimited, so you don't need to, like, pick up arrows or bombs. Excuse me, we were fighting, get back here!
I noticed you were throwing a lot of bombs, and I was going to comment on that and say,
that's
a lot of bombs.
That was me pressing the button once.
How many bombs do you throw, like 10?
It looks like 8. Alright, let's go into focus mode. Let's clock as much damage as I can as fast as possible. Oh, I killed him before I got to stun him again. Never mind.
Impressive.
Ah, sweet. And he dropped the material. There's different types of material, too, based on rarity. So that was a silver bag I picked up. There's a gold super rare bag I've yet to find in the game. This game looks too easy. It looks too easy because I am 30 levels over where you're supposed to be in this part of the game.
I mean, he's not even supposed to be Dark Link. He's not supposed to have the Master Sword. That should have been your first guess.
Where is Master Asia? Sadly, he's not in this game.
Unfortunately. He would probably be one of Ganondorf's, you know, kind of his lackey or something. Or at least, maybe even better than Ganondorf. Maybe. Oh.
I love these glowing, like, traveling eyes he has, too.
G-Wolf just posted something in the chat. Oh, that is fantastic. Might want to put that on screen.
What is it? Did you put it in the chat here for us?
Let me do that for you. You should already know what it is, though.
The Triforce is the harmonious union of power.
I had a feeling.
And courage.
No, I like the fairy. The fairy's a nice touch.
It has been the object of countless battles between the forces of light.
Hey John, thought about streaming this game myself tonight, but saw you were streaming. I'm only streaming it for the next little bit. Then we're gonna switch up games. It's a fortune cookie night tonight. So we're just doing this story mission, and then we're gonna do show off the adventure mode, and then we'll switch up to a new game.
So what are the other costumes for Link besides Dark Link?
So far that I have his knight costume, the actual Link costume for this game, Ocarina of Time Link, and Dark Link. There's also Skyward Sword Link and Twilight Princess Link, but those are pre-order bonuses at the moment. The pre-order bonus I had for getting it from EB Games and GameStop was Ocarina of Time. Also, if you register your game with Club Nintendo, you get Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess versions of Ganondorf.
But then you miss out on the long hair.
The long hair look is actually pretty kick-ass for Ganon.
It is.
Okay, that's how I'm supposed to actually look. Get a multiplier on my rupees because I did that on hard.
I kind of like the night look, though, for Link at the start of the game.
I do too. I actually don't like the Dark Link thing besides the glowing eyes.
I agree. I was going to say it's kind of eh, but I like how the eyes kind of travel.
Cool. Alright, so that's it for what we'll do for story. From there on out, you get more characters added to your group. So next mission you can play as Impa, next mission you can play as someone else, etc., etc. And then it branches off a little bit later. But here, in my opinion, is the coolest thing about this game, Adventure Mode.
They pretty much didn't even talk about this at any point during the game's development, I believe.
They did, but very casually, and like barely. So you get, essentially, to move around the map of the original Zelda. And each panel is a specific mission. You can also go to certain screens, and you can try to figure out where hidden secrets are, using all these certain items. Like, I have a power bracelet, so I can move rocks, I have the can